Hello everyone and welcome to the Dewcast. I am Dewey and this is going to be a shoutcast of League of Legends. So it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I really appreciate you guys showing up and watching this because, hey, like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I think that I watch a lot of live streams myself. Pro players like St. Fish's, Reginald. Really, I try to watch as many of them as I possibly can. I watch a lot from SK, including SK Wicked, some Fnatic guys. But so I consider myself fairly knowledgeable of League of Legends. Is knowledgeable a word? I don't know. We'll see. But so it's something that I want to share with you guys, and the best way to do that is to do the shoutcast. And I'll be doing more with League of Legends, but part of this is the shoutcast, and this is kind of what I wanted to start with. So here we have it. Here is the game. You saw my XSplit there. I'm trying to hide that from you guys, but I have it paused right now. So the lineups, we have Misfortune, Jarvan, Vladimir, Cho'Gath, and Janna. On the other side, we have Warwick in the jungle, Kennen Shirley on top, Nidalee, Twitch on bottom. What is going on there? And Soraka. Soraka, Twitch bottom. I'm guessing we're probably going to have a roaming Twitch. That's generally the popular thing to do. Of the stealth champions, and when I mean stealth champions, I mean the strong, like the really focused around stealth, so Eve and Twitch. Twitch is at least viable in some circumstances, generally not the most viable, but he can do his biddings every once in a while, so we'll let this go ahead and pan out. Vladimir is one of my strong champions. He's one of the guys that I enjoy playing a lot. I think he can be fairly strong, but you need to be careful not to overestimate him. You got the chat going on here, some friendly banter going on, but so Jarvan is the case of this. He's the screen that we will be following the most, and I really enjoy doing that because I like following the jungle, because generally they give you the best view of everything. And I will, like I said, I will try to pan around, but you notice how you kind of miss some things here, and that's because this is LOL replay. It's what I have to work with League of Legends, and I don't really have anything better than that at the moment. So there will be little glitches, not anything that I can prevent. So Cho'Gath started boots, 3 pots, generally pretty strong of what and Vladimir started boots and 1 pot. There must have been a miss-sell there, or maybe he has 3 and it's just glitching on me. Jarvan starting cloth 5, that's anything. That's pretty normal. It looks like, so it must be boots and 3 pots. Janna starting with a good ward. That's the vision ward. That's what I call these good wards. A fairy charm and a normal ward. A lot of times you get that good ward to start out with to counter their ward placements, and that can be nice. So the jungle starts out here. They pull the raids for them, or they pull the wolves, excuse me, for them. Go away before they get any experience. Starting wolves is a very common practice now. And oh look, we got some early jungle invasion. Vladimir exhausted, does not quite make it away, and first blood goes to Twitch. A little unfortunate there. We'll see what. So normally in these circumstances, continued jungling is really all you can do, but you need to be really wary of ganks coming around, because you know there's a Twitch somewhere around here. You know Mr. Invisible Twitch is around, and I mean, you got to be very careful of that and just very present. So that's another reason why I'm sure Janna took that a good ward, although she placed it right there. Oh, there's a Warwick. And so at this point, you know, Warwick is in our jungle. Let's collapse around him. You want to make sure that everyone can, and did a very good job there of not attacking Warwick, not letting her know that that bush was warded. That's you know, it's letting Warwick, not allowing Warwick to know that that bush is warded. So that's good. Vladimir going up against Kennen. Kennen is probably one of the strongest AP carries in my opinion right now. She can go toe-to-toe with just about any of the carries, and really, generally she's stronger top, or at least that's where I see her a lot. Then again, my elo, not the highest, but then again, with all the streams that I watch, that's also Cho'Gath being a little low here. Need to chug some pots. If you look in the left corner here, you'll see some of the... you'll be able to see the health of all the champions, so you try to keep advantage on that. And you've got bottom lane pushing pretty hard here, and I think that's something that you want to do against Twitch. Don't give Twitch a chance to roam around. Keep him at his tower if you can. You notice how Janna has both sides warded here, just to protect against any kind of ganks. And Jarvan going in for a early gank on Kennen here. Vladimir, I don't know, Vladimir does not have good early damage. Only the better players are able to really harass well with him, and if you're playing against a good player, they should know that they'll be able to zone you at level 1, 2, 3, probably up to about 9 is where he starts becoming a lot stronger than he normally would be. So you got just the bottom passive farming here. Misfortune Janna. Janna has been a strong support as recently. The most recent tournament, Hanover, she was actually able to... Oh, and there you go. You got a kill here. Jarvan coming in. He should be able to pick up at least 1 here. If not 2, let's see if he can get a red onto Soraka. Yep, there you go. This is surely a dead Soraka. Oh, Soraka flashes out of the knock-up there. Very well played. Got a flash from it and a kill. Not a bad gank. I think, did Janna pick up that kill? Janna did pick up the kill, unfortunately. The support getting the kill, not always the best circumstance to have your support getting the kill, but in my opinion, a kill is better than no kill. Vladimir looks like he had to go back, not being able to take Kennen very well. Like I said, early levels, Vladimir is just not strong enough really to deal with a lot of the champions, but let him get a little bit later, level 9, when he can max out his Q, it really starts benefiting him a lot. Now, Misfortune is able to push up this far, and excuse me for the random teleport back there, but she's able to push up this far because of the wards that she has, knowing that Warwick will not be able to come through the riverbed here, and that's really you need to make sure it's still you need to be careful because you don't have the tri-bush warded there, and that can be dangerous. And Jarvan is making, you can see he's making a lot of calls, and he said he's coming back bottom because the flashes are down, and that's that's very strong. Vladimir having to pool there, taken fairly low. If he doesn't be careful here, level 6, Kennen will. Oh, Kennen is level 6. That can turn disastrous fast there if he's not careful about it. He does have his pool, but at low levels, that's a really long cooldown. It's like, I believe, 22 seconds or something close to that. And there you go. Here's the gank on bottom. You've got, there you go. You got a kill. Twitch not able to escape. As I'm sure you all know, if you are constantly attacking him, even if he tries to turn invisible, he won't be able to turn invisible. Okay, so now you notice that Misfortune is definitely playing a very aggressive game here, and she's able to do that because of the ward placement. Because they have one in this bottom brush down here, that one there, and then one in middle, and oh, look at that, in the middle of the bush, you have a good ward placed by the other team, destroying it. That's a very common practice. Cho'Gath is not taking kindly to his, oh, and Vladimir is caught by the traps there by Miss Nidalee, and it's just, you need to be careful of that kind of stuff. And notice bottom is Jarvan is taking advantage of the fact that Twitch still doesn't have his flash, although the flash should be up relatively soon. And the fact that Nidalee is hard to gank because she can get away so easily. Cho'Gath does have a lot of CC, but you have to kind of take that with granted. And what is Nidalee building here? It looks like she's going the tank Nidalee. not the most annoying thing to... No, probably is the most annoying thing to deal with. But yeah, he is taking advantage of bottom, although bottom is not as warded anymore, so they need to be careful about how all this is going down, and the fact that they don't have very many wards. Sorry if you guys notice a few drops there. I keep on getting called by people that they just... I'm so popular today, it doesn't matter. And mid here, it looks like Vladimir he is taking down the suppress plus the stun from Kennen. Just too much for him, even with that pool. And actually, I don't know if he even got a chance to pool. He might have been too, I don't know, too suppressed or stunned in order to do that. And looks like Jarvan was going bottom, but he does need to come to this mid tower as to prevent too much damage being dealt to the tower. You see, it doesn't look like it's taking damage, but it is, I promise you. It's just LOL replay being silly about it and not showing the damage that it's taking. So bottom went back, and what did Misfortune pick up? A BF sword. And you notice how everyone here has wards, and that's something that if you guys are at lower elo, pay attention to, because it doesn't seem like something that'll carry you to higher elo, but it is something that does carry you to higher elo. It's not just the support's job to get the wards; it's everyone's job, and you see they're not doing as super well as they would care to right now. It's 2-5, but that's another thing that if you guys have seen the most recent tournament, Hanover, IEM Hanover, don't just give up because you guys are losing in kills. And speaking of kills, Vladimir died, and look at that, you guys. I made my first mistake. Sorry, I missed the kill again, because I was talking about how even if you are down this many kills, it's important to know that, hey, you know, you can still come back from these deficits, from these losses. There are plenty of teams that didn't give up just because they had an inhibitor down. You know, they had an inhibitor down. That's like classic low elo, 1200, 1100, below to, you know, a classic frickin' fruck. I'm sorry, I'm missing these kills left and right. That's classic, you know, give up on life. There's no chance of us winning. Here's Warwick coming. He wants to clear some of these wards here. And Misfortune is going to go in on this with Jarvan in close pursuit here. Twitch should come up and deal with that, but we'll see if he actually does. Looks like they want to dive him, interestingly enough. Twitch is a difficult person to dive if you do not have the oracles or something of that nature. It looks like Nidalee's she's beating Cho'Gath fairly well here. Cho'Gath is sliding all over the place. And bottom looks like Warwick came in for the gank. Janna ultied. Great way to escape from anyone there is a Janna. She's got her knock up with the whirlwind, which can knock up anyone trailing you. But then she also has her ult, which is it's hard to beat that ult. Pushes away everyone. If you don't do it right, a lot of times people can get pushed in wrong directions here. But seems like a lot of action going on. But yeah, like I was saying, don't give up just because you guys have an inhibitor down, because you have a tower down. If your bottom falls within 4 minutes, it's not a good thing, but don't give up. It's not the worst case scenario. People have come back from a lot worse. I've come back from a lot worse. I'm not in super high elo, but you can come back from these things. The right Baron call or the right, a good team fight can bring you right back into the game. So don't just give up because of that. You see a lot of people doing here. And now Vladimir able to not go head to head with Kennen right now. There's the stun. Janna has the ulti here. Look at that damage that Kennen's putting out. Had she had the ultimate still there, she probably could have easily 3v1'd them. That damage that is being dealt there is a little crazy. Misfortune needs to be very careful here because she's seen that Kennen and Warwick are wandering around, meandering through this this area here, and her staying here is just asking for her death. I swear, she's being very aggressive here, but it seems to be almost in a good way aggressive. Twitch can be somewhat strong late game, but the big strong character, I think, the heavier carry will be Misfortune. Just because anybody with a stealth mechanic is going to lose out eventually. And there you go, there's the ulti. Whether or not, I don't think that ulti was needed, because it didn't, unless Warwick had ulted there and I had just missed it somehow. Warwick, not the strongest at the moment. He can be one of the most difficult bruisers to deal with. Oh, and Misfortune picks up the kill there with her ulti. But yeah, Warwick can be a very difficult bruiser to deal with because he can get so tanky and so difficult to kill. And still be dealing a good amount of damage. Put a wit's end on him, and it can be a little ridiculous at times. Nidalee doing a strong amount of pushing here. Pretty much seems to have dominated this lane with Cho'Gath. And there doesn't seem to be all that much that Cho'Gath can do about it. 3-man push on bottom here. They are, looks like they had picked up Dragon. That's always, you know, global objectives, big thing. Make sure you you stay on top of them, and you can get all of your team, you know, a little bit better fed and a little bit more money, even if you're behind. Those global objectives are something that you want to follow. Nidalee here, Master of Escape. You don't really want to deal too much with her. Oh, and looks like we had a Kennen in there, and this is not going to be good for Vladimir. Use that pool a little early. You probably wanted to wait for the Kennen ult in order to pool, so that way you escape the massive amount of damage that you know is going to be coming from this Kennen. Vladimir not playing to the best of his ability here, but you know, you got to deal with what you have. Soraka, looks like they took down bot tower. Another global objective. It's not, you know, obviously you need to take down the towers in order to kill that Nexus up there, but it's, you know, it's something that if you are losing, taking as many towers as you can get is definitely the thing that you want to aim for, just to, you know, keep up your team with that global gold count. Unfortunately, we do not have the global gold here that we can show you. It's not the spectator mode. That is a very nice mode to have. It seems as if Misfortune is out damaging Twitch. Oh wow, look at the damage that comes out from the Twitch. Yeah, when you press, when you got that R on Twitch, it's a little difficult to deal with. It does a ton of damage, but Misfortune did get Soraka, so you have that benefit there. Janna coming around trying to do a ganking. It didn't work very well, but they did what they can. And see, what is Vladimir building? A lot of times with Vladimir, if I'm losing my lane and I'm not doing very well, I don't build right into Will the Ancients. I'll build my revolver, but then keep with that a little bit and build some defense. Defense is really good on Vlad since he's going to have a lot of health anyways with his AP. Generally, if you can get some, you know, the magic resist, the armor, and that kind of stuff on him, it's really strong. And since a lot of times he is targeting excuse me, I'm trying to watch as this goes away. Janna doesn't, she might escape from this one. Misfortune comes in to slow the werewolf here. You need to be careful of that Kennen. Kennen is dealing so much damage, it's hard to deal with. Can she get her proc off here? Misfortune, no. Oh my god, she needs to be very, oh, heal bait, of course. And Vladimir pooling, why is he pooling? That's this Vladimir, not the strongest not the strongest AP carry, but like I was saying, with Vladimir, you build some defense, some magic resist. A lot of times, since you're facing people in mid, the AP carries, that magic resist will do nothing but benefit you. A lot of times, I'll build a null magic cloak, a null mantle cloak, excuse me, early if I feel like I'm not winning the lane, to give me a little bit more magic resist in order for the AP carries not to be dealing nearly as much damage to me. And there you go, Vladimir, strong pusher, definitely can push a lane very quickly with his E and Q. People, it's never push with your W, never use your W. If you're new to Vladimir, you're trying to play him, you're trying to figure him out, the best way and the best advice that I always got early on was use Vladimir's W purely defensively. Try not to use it offensively, because as soon as you use it offensively, a Kennen jumps in with her ult, and then you're kind of fucked. So Janna pretty confident of the fact that they can burst Kennen right now. Kennen not having a lot of health. She's pretty much going pure damage right now. Does have the spell web, which is beneficial, of course, and you have the 4-man, 5-man gank on Nidalee here. We'll see how strong that ends up going. Nidalee, like I said, one of the hardest people to gank. When you have the Kennen coming in, though, that'll definitely be beneficial. And Purple Team doing a very good job of making sure to, split push here. Get the most out of, hey, we've got 5 people going to gank our Nidalee on top. Let's bring some people down and see if we cannot take a tower or 2 while they are up there. Looks like they want to push bottom lane fairly difficulty. Baron is up. It's been up for a little bit now, but they want to make sure that they don't have Baron warded right now. Blue team does not have Baron warded. You want to make sure to keep Baron warded at all times. It's one of those things that you need to be careful with, because if Dragon's not warded, Baron's not warded, they can randomly take one of those and you won't know it. And there you go. You've got a beautiful Jarvan ulti there. Unfortunately, he dies. Didn't have his team to back up there, but he did have a nice collaboration of the guys in it. And Misfortune really taking care of everyone here. Getting very strong, very fed. Looks like they're making the call to go Baron. Twitch is bottom. Because of Twitch's pushing power, he'll probably be able to take out this turret. If he sticks around, that would be the wise thing to do. Does not look like he's going to do that, though. Interestingly enough, why Jarvan ported back, I don't know. He is I guess they do have the, he does have the Nom in order to, have an extra smite there. But as a jungler, you want to try to stay as close to Baron as possible, or those objectives, because you have that smite, and that smite, I don't know how many times I've seen our jungler get smite stealed because he's not paying attention or something like that, and when you're not even there, it can turn even more dangerous. So it's like everyone's starting to build pretty tanky here. Kennen finally has some armor. Looks like she is going to the Hourglass era. Very strong for Kennen. Just press that button and you're invincible for 2 seconds there. And in a team fight, that is the difference between life and death. Looks like they're going for a steal of blue here. Cho'Gath being the recipient of that. So you guys see everyone's build here. It does look like the blue team is pulling slightly ahead. The CS count, Nidalee is pretty much dominating everyone in this. Misfortune is the closest to her, but Misfortune has 7 kills, whereas Nidalee only has 3. So she'll have the slight edge there. And since they have Baron and they have taken Dragon, twice, I believe, now, if not 3 times. It's definitely... it's starting to become evident that this blue team will be able to know what they're doing. They need to be very careful here because one cannon ult in there, plus a good Warwick ult, could have spelled disaster for a couple parties in there. Although, with the magic resist being built by Team Blue, they're definitely starting to get to that point of being a little bit more fed and harder to deal with, especially since they have Baron. Interestingly enough, they have this entire row taken out, but they don't have any of the other towers. Yet you see that Purple Team has taken many of the towers already, and they're going to just go ahead and push down middle, and this is strong. Purple Team does need to make a stand. A lot of times, if you are losing something, you know, right now, Purple Team is in a bad situation because they seem to be losing team fight after team fight, and you know, there's not much that they can do, but they do need to make a stand, and that's something that I find that a lot of people don't do in these kind of things. And there you go, Warwick. Jarvan taking a little bit of the tower damage. Kennen diving in. He does pick up the kill on Jarvan, but is he going to be able to get the rest of these here? If they don't take out Misfortune, it's pretty much GG for them. Because, I mean, Misfortune is probably the hardest person to deal with right now. She is dealing the most damage for sure. And if you don't take her out quickly, she's going to take out your team. And they're going to go ahead and push in, probably take this tower. Vladimir with his ridiculous amounts of spell vamp. Always fun to see there. And then looks like with the kill on Twitch, seems almost if they will be able to complete this game and finish it. They may not finish it here, but they have 2 inhibitors down. Like I said earlier, though, Purple Team should not surrender. It's just like, you know, yeah, you've got 2 inhibitors down. It's not looking good. But have some good team fights. You have Kennen. Kennen's probably one of the strongest carries that can turn these kind of things around. Because it put a good ult in there, and it's very, very, very difficult to deal with. They're timing the Baron here. That's something that you don't see a lot of low elos doing. Anyone, a lot of people put this on the jungler or the support. Anyone should, you know, get in the habit of recording this time. The timing is important to get the timing and all the buffs, and Baron and Dragon, just so that way you can, it helps your team out a lot. And what I've actually been seeing also recently is, and something of a strong suit, is you want to make sure that you can also time the flashes and that kind of stuff. A little bit more difficult to deal with since you don't know what masteries they're taking. But if you can deal with, if you can time those flashes at least roughly, it'd be advantage to your jungler and to everyone else here. And it seems like Nidalee got caught here, but can Nidalee ever get caught? I don't know. She is so good at running away. Her spear is doing minimal damage now to Cho'Gath. His lane has been dominated time and time again by Nidalee, but he has come back. Cho'Gath, very strong. Build up those nom stacks and get a very high health percentage. A lot of people build health on him. Don't do that. That's just silly. He's going to have a lot of health already. Just build a bunch of armor and magic resist, and you will be an unstoppable force. Jarvan taking some tower damage there, but he gives no fucks. He is Jarvan. I want to thank Signal, I don't know how you want me to pronounce your name, but he did provide a couple of replays for me, and I thank you a lot for those. Jarvan in this one, showcasing a lot of very nice calls, the Baron call, and his ganks, knowing when people's flashes are up, and when to really gank, and that's something that if you're looking at a jungler, only experience can really tell you how to do that. Play more jungler and you can do that. Twitch, not the strongest in this. Misfortune obviously knew what she was doing a little bit more so than Twitch, and this seems to be GG. Surrender vote from Purple Team. Good job to everyone. Thank you again for watching. Remember to look forward to more shoutcasts from me. I really enjoy doing these. If you guys have some replays, I'm looking for people pretty much 2,000 or above, unless you have some EU replays, which I would be interested in, probably 1,900 or above. So thank you guys. If you have any of those, you can submit them on my Facebook page, which is, if you just go to Facebook, search Dewey, it's a fan page. I've got a bunch of things there. Go ahead, like me on there if you'd like. Submit that stuff to there so I can watch your replays. I really would appreciate them. And with that, kind of shows you that you don't need to carry your team. If you make the right calls, you make the right decisions, it will end well for you either way.